Hi everyone, I am excited to share with you the things that I learned this cycle from the essential question this week, which was how do I view those I teach? And from there I came up with the three further questions, which are how do I stay patient when a student constantly disobeys the rules? How do I manage a class with so many different personalities? And lastly, how can I not show favoritism in my classroom? In this presentation, I would like to focus on the first question, which is how do I stay patient when a student constantly disobeys the rules? Um, I think for everyone of us as a teacher, in the future, we are going to have students who disobey the rules, um, or get it on our nerves. Um, and it is a great question to know how can we handle this? How do we stay patient with them and continue to still have that mindset of that they're a child of God and that they're important and that they're loved. Um, Patience, um, in the Preach My Gospel, is the capacity to endure delay, trouble, opposition, or suffering without becoming angry, frustrated, or anxious. It is the ability to do God's will and accept His timing. When you are patient, you hold up under pressure and be able to face adversity calmly and hopefully. Um, Patience is also a Christ-like attribute, and it is something, as we all know, we are trying to become God-like and to follow that example that Christ had on this earth. Um, so they both had patience, and on as you think about it, um, and they're trying to strive to become like them, they had to be extremely patient with us. We're all different. We all make mistakes, um, and they could easily um, get frustrated with us for making mistakes, but they don't. And that's what makes it a godly trait, is that they don't let it get to them. They stay hopeful and persistent that we can change and become better, and they continue to do that constantly with all of us as children of God. That God constantly um, stays patient with us and lets us learn through our mistakes. Um, a few scriptures right here. Um, the only one I'm going to read is 2 Timothy 2:24, which is, "And the servant of the Lord must not strive, but be gentle unto all men, apt to teach, patient." It's just a scripture that I think just shows us as servants and as teachers, uh, we must be gentle to all men. We must be patient when we teach, um, because we know what we're teaching, but the students don't know, so they have to fight through mistakes, and we have to be patient, hopeful that they can overcome them and learn and grow. Um, that's what goes to the next subject, is patience in the classroom. Um, we as future teachers need to learn to just continue to love our students, continue to um, fight for our students, and then also understand our students. Even if they are troublemakers, we need to understand maybe the why they are troublemakers, what's going on in their lives. Um, that might help us be more patient with our students. Um, I found a article by Janelle Cox called Classroom Management. And I'll just read through what it says. One of the most important classroom management qualities a teacher can possess is patience. Patience is virtue, and the teacher must have it in order to be effective. It can be easy to lose your patience, especially when you're in a room full of children. There's always something that can set you off, from a child taping her pencil to someone else, constantly interrupting you. Um, You're bound to get irritated at some point or another. So how can you handle these pet peeves and build up a tolerance to be patient teachers? Here are a few classroom management tips. Here are the 4 that she mentions. So the first one, create a comfortable learning environment. And in this section, she just talks about that we need to create an environment that all of us feel comfortable just talking about our feelings, especially us as teachers. If we are irritated, be comfortable, create a comfortable environment. We can talk to the students about why that's irritating us, or why that's not right, and vice versa. If a student feels irritated by you as a teacher or other students, um, make a comfortable environment that we can talk it out. The next is set up a classroom for success. A successful classroom is one who is based on routines, and I think that helps everyone be comfortable and not irritated. Next is learn to be responsive. In this section, she talks about us not reacting. When we get irritated, not overreacting or reacting, but to calmly think of student in mind and ourselves, and be able to actually take action in a responsive way. And then the fourth one is practice self-care. Um, I think for all of us, when we're not taking care of ourselves, we're overly more irritated with things in our lives, and we could just react at any time. So please, as teachers, don't focus. As much as we still need to focus on our students, we also need to focus on our self-care and our ability to take care of ourselves and be, healthy mentally, not just physically, but mentally, and be ready to teach our students. Um, Now, lastly, to finish, I'd just like to read one quote um, from President Uchtdorf. Even though there's a whole list, read them. Um, but lastly, President Uchtdorf says, the last quote that I'm going to read: "As the Lord is patient with us, let us be patient with those we serve. Understand that they, like us, are imperfect. They, like us, make mistakes." And I think that's a great one to end on, is that we need to relate to our students and understand that they aren't perfect. They're going to make mistakes. And that as we think of them as humans and think of them as children of God, and understand who they are, the person, that we can not overreact, but be able to really be hopeful for our students, that they can learn, even behaviorally, that they can learn to change that behavior, and also that we might be able to help them overcome their challenges that might actually be the cause of that behavior. Um, but we all need to be patient. We all need to be patient with our family, the people around us, and importantly, as future teachers, our students, so that we can help them